my mother made these sandwiches for us growing up. So every time I bite into them, I get pretty emotional. You got to make these. They're so good. Open-faced ham sandwiches. And it brings back so many childhood memories for me. Every time that I make them and I eat them, I go back to when I was probably 13 or 12 or 13 years old. Living at home. You know, just living the life. A few responsibilities. 2 happy parents. It just brings me back to a lot of good memories. Okay, let's put this together now, guys. We're going to be cutting up a few things for this recipe. What I had is, this is ham, spiral cut ham that was left from Christmas that I've chopped up. I cut up 1 medium-sized green bell pepper. You can use red. This is Velveeta cheese. Now I'm going to cut up 3 green onions. This recipe is a recipe my mother made after Christmas when we had ham left over. Of course, my mother would never throw any extra ham out. She would save it and freeze it. And she would take out what she wanted to make a dish with, is what we're doing today. The same thing my mother did. And she would make these open-faced ham sandwiches. Now, I'm going to tell you, my mother got more great reviews over these open-faced sandwiches than she did the Christmas dinner with the ham. We've got a large bowl. We're going to mix it all together. What we're going to do now is we're just going to put everything in. We're going to get our ham, and we're going to put our ham in. We're going to just mix it all together, put it in a large bowl. And when I say open-faced sandwiches, it doesn't have a piece of bread on top. It's open. When we bake it in the oven, it'll be open. Now that we've got everything placed in our bowl, we will add now. We're going to add a teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of salt. You don't need much salt because of the ham. The ham is very salty. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of garlic. And this is just some garlic, mixed garlic. About a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Tablespoon. Now the barbecue sauce, just a shot. Just 1 shot. And my barbecue sauce that I use is always going to be Sweet Baby Ray's. They don't sponsor me, but I like them. Now, the next thing is probably, I would say, 1/2 cup ketchup. Now we're going to mix stuff up. And you're thinking, oh, that's a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, but it's a crazy good stuff. Now, I'm going to say 1/2 to 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. Now you just kind of fold all this together and mix it all up. Just mix it all together. If you want a different cheese other than Velveeta, of course, you know you can add that. This, you can do this with leftover chicken, any kind of meat you have left over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pan out and get my bread ready to put it in the oven. So I'll be right back. Guys, now we'll just take a spoon and we'll put our bread on our pan. I've got a little parchment paper underneath there. We'll take our ham. I have washed my hands. We'll load up our bread. Now, we're probably going to have a little of our sandwich ham and a little bit of this left over. Our sandwich meat concoction, we'll have it left over. We'll just refrigerate it and maybe make some sandwiches later. I do kind of mash this down a little bit. We're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. What we're trying to do is heat up our ham. We're trying to melt the cheese. And we're also trying to just cook the onions and the green peppers just a little. You can really load these up really full if you want to. My mother never did load them up real full. Just enough. All right, I think we're about good. So now let's get our oven turned on, and I'll bring you back when I take these out of the oven. 350 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'll just eat mine with a fork, some chips, and a few pickles. And you know I'm going to put some more pepper on mine, don't you? Just a little pepper on the cheese. Thank y'all so much for watching me make the open-faced ham and cheese is what I call it. Open-faced ham and cheese sandwiches that my mother made. So I've never seen this recipe in a cookbook. I've never stumbled onto it anywhere. So I thought we would just name this Peggy's Ham and Cheese Open-Faced Sandwiches. Because I don't know, my mother might have invented it. I don't know. Let me know if you've ever had them before and how you make yours and what you put in it. Do you put something different? Just let me know. But they are definitely great. So make you some. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. And you know, my mom's been gone for 20 years, but every time I make them, I mean, I think about her all the time, but especially at times when I make her recipes, it brings back a lot of good memories. And I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.